Hello everyone, this is the fluted hornbeam that I strapped into a medieval torture device a couple of years ago. You can find that particular video on the playlist. It has had trim back, and it didn't take too well, or too kindly I should say, to being trussed up like this. I think the tree went into kind of shock. So I didn't get a huge amount of growth the first year, better last year. I'm quite happy that I didn't kill it. It's always a risk when you do these big things. There are a couple of faults I want to rectify on this tree at the moment, so I'm just going to raise the camera slightly. The camera is moaning at me, it's running out of battery, so I hope I can get all of this. I want to remove this particular branch, which is too close to this one and sticking up, and I already have a back branch just here, so I'm going to take that off like so. Not entirely happy about this particular set of structures either, but I'm looking at taking this off, this contraption, and I think that's going to put quite a bit of stress on the tree when it comes off, almost as much as when it came on. The other thing I wanted to check quickly was whether I'd achieved any rooting above the tourniquets here, and I can see straight away that the answer to that particular question is a no. There is the wire and there are no roots above it, so I will leave that in place. And what I'm going to do now is start loosening the nuts that are holding this tree in this position. You can see what I'm doing. Yeah. Okay, so this wasn't done up all in one go. I did actually initially tighten it and bend the trunk, and then it had subsequent bends over weeks and months. Not bends, turns of the nut. Okay, so I'm going to loosen that off to there and then work on this other one. And what I'm looking for at the moment is, I'm hearing some creaking, whether the trunk is going to try to straighten back up. But no, it looks like it's holding for the moment. Okay, so I'm loosening those off. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shut off the camera and put the battery on charge, and then we'll come back to this tree and see if it's forced its way back to a straight position. Back in a few. Okay, now it's been an hour, and the tree has moved a little, I believe, but I'm not entirely all the way back. I think it's pretty much stayed in position. So I'm going to undo the rest of these screws, bolts, nuts, that's the word. So take that off, and the washer. So if you want to see how this contraption was put on here, obviously look back in the playlist, Fluted Hornbeam, and there you will see me putting this on. I need some fingernails. That's it, got it. Okay, so that can come out, and we'll have a look. As you can see, I wrapped that with a inner tube from a bicycle. It's there so I don't lose them. And well, actually there's some discoloration, but no real scarring at that point. There are some cracks that developed in the trunk as it bent at this point, but they're healing, so that's okay. So let's remove the rest of this contraption. I think if I did this, use this again, I would change this central portion here, and I would actually have angled it, cut an angle cut here. I think I would have had less scarring at this point, but you know, everything's easier when you're looking back on it. That's it. They say 20/20 vision is hindsight is always in 20/20 vision. These U-bolts I bought online. They weren't very expensive. The inner tube I actually found on the side of the road when I was walking the dog, and so that cost me nothing. Okay, doesn't want to come out. I just give it a gentle tap. There we go. Again, some discoloration rather than really bad scarring, so that's good. There's a slight indentation I can feel with my finger. Okay, so I've left my wire cutters somewhere else, so let's see if these will cut through. Yes, they will. Okay, so that comes off of there. And that comes off of there. And oh dear, yes, now there is a lot of discoloration, and an interesting a bit of scarring. I'm wondering if I can just zoom in on that, bring the camera down a bit. Yes. I think that'll clean up. I mean, there's a lot of green on the trunk anyway, so let's just have a quick go just lightly with the toothbrush. Yes, I think I can largely clean that up, and it won't be anywhere near as noticeable, so that's good. This is interesting scarring here, but yeah, I trade that scarring for a nice bend, which I'm going to see if I can just take off some of that. Now I think you'll agree that that's quite an improvement already. So I just keep going around. Oops. Taking that calip off. Now hopefully that'll heal over nicely. I've still got something to do something about these scars as well. As you saw in the beginning of the video, I haven't had any joy with the tourniquet method, so I'll have a look at that. Of the wire, there is the wire. It is cutting into the bark, but I have no roots above it, so I'm going to leave it in this pot as it is. Now I need to do something about the branches as we pan up the tree. I think this branch is quite interesting. I mean, it comes out sort of towards you if this is the front, but then it goes off into all sorts of higgledy-piggledies. So I'm actually going to take off this gnarly little straight piece and that piece as well. This is the front, the tree, as we're looking at it, and I don't know, part of me thinks that looks ugly, part of me thinks that looks good. I'm undecided. I have a nice bend here now, but I also have a very straight piece here. A slight curve, but I don't know. I might have to live with this tree for a little bit in its new configuration. Sorry, you're not seeing out of this. I'm just doing a poor job. Okay, that's better. Yeah, so I've straightened up and cut out some dodgy pieces of this branch. I need to sort out this scar, and I need to think about this long straight portion of trunk. It wasn't bothering at me before. I had the distraction of the contraption, which is a great saying if you can say it, the distraction of the contraption. Sorry, I'm going to leave it as it is. I'm going to try and clear up this scar some more. A lot of this is just going to flake off. Thusly, I think I'm going to have to watch this tree over the next year and see how it develops. Still feels a bit wobbly in the pot, so it needs to grow some more. I think it was under quite a lot of stress under that, the stress and strain of that contraption. Let's raise the camera up slightly so you can see more of the top of the tree. I think the tree is too tall. I think that's part of the issue. I think I'm going to lose this top part of the tree to just here and use this as a new leader. Doesn't want to come off in one go. Okay, let's try that again. That's better. Just tidy that up a bit. Okay. Actually, I have bud coming just here, so I'm going to cut that back. And that bud will be the new leader. So I'm going to prune back this branch, which is a bit heavy now, but take it back to there, like so. This is an eye pokey branch, so I'll get rid of that. And I don't like this branch that's sticking upright. And I don't like the way this branch goes up in that direction and down in that direction. I'm going to lose this backwards leaning part. Also this branch, coming off of this branch. Think about that. Take that off there. This is a back branch. Okay, well, that simplified it somewhat. As I say, I think that does look better now that it's slightly shorter. I'm hoping that I'll get some more buds popping. Now I've cut it back at the top, and the tree will grow out some more. I'm going to continue working on this scar off camera, and we will come back to this tree in the summertime and see how it's faring. Meantime, thank you for watching. Let's give it a quick 360. Very two-dimensional from this angle. In an ideal world, I would be able to cut the tree off here and cut the tree off here and graft these two pieces back together again. Wouldn't that be marvellous? Oh well, never mind. We work with what we've got. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves.